San Diego, California is red hot here tonight in Pechanga Arena. Ladies and gentlemen, Murder She Wrote is here. And we got 3 exciting matches on the card for you all. My name is Ryan Stone, the host with the most, and believe me when I tell you all that tonight is going to be as explosive as that pyrotechnic intro right there. We got Safira Mendes taking on Chaunte Sparks in quite possibly the most unique match concept in all of women's wrestling history. It's an arm for an arm match, and I'll explain what that kind of match is in just a few moments. We also have Amanda Walton taking on a surprise opponent for her ROV World Empress Championship, as well as her undefeated streak. Will she extend her streak to 12-0? Or will the streak die along with her title reign? And also, Ombra Kaysen defends her world championship, her ROV World Heavyweight Championship tonight against a surprise opponent as well. But right now, we're going to kick things off with arm for an arm. And here comes ROVW part owner Safira Mendes, representing the Bloodline Legacy Mafia proudly. Almost 6 years ago, almost 5 years ago I should say, this woman was stabbed in the parking lot at Buckle Up in Miami, Florida. To this day, she blames Chaunte Sparks, who was a part owner at the time, for what happened to her that night. But Safira came back stronger than ever and has been on the fast track to success. Safira beat Chaunte at consequential comeuppance for Chaunte's part ownership, hence why Safira is ROV part owner now. But after that matchup, Safira broke Chaunte's arm in a fit of rage. A couple of months after that, on She-Wolf's Underground episode 4, Safira Mendes ended up getting the same treatment as Chaunte came out of nowhere, attacked Safira with a sledgehammer, and then proceeded to break Safira Mendes's arm herself. And then after that, Chaunte attacked Cliff Harrison backstage. Since then, Chaunte has been fined an undisclosed amount of money for her assaults on the part owner as well as a CDN official. I get it that Chaunte is upset that she lost, but she has to understand, rules are rules. But here comes the Hotlanta harlot herself, Chaunte Sparks. This woman was in the very first She-Wolf's Championship Battle Royal back in 2018, almost 6 years ago. And look at the smug look on her face. She may have a broken arm right now, but she's as smug as they come as Chaunte Sparks. Ever since joining the Mutiny Mafia before the merger, her attitude and her cockiness went all the way up. And then when Safira beat Chaunte at consequential comeuppance for her part ownership, Chaunte was essentially thrust out of the Mafia. And then Chaunte has been plotting her revenge against Safira ever since. And not just against Safira, but the entirety of the Bloodline Legacy Mafia. You gotta believe that Chaunte Sparks is gonna do whatever she has to do to walk out of here with a victory. And believe me, Chaunte is one tough cookie. Safira is one tough cookie. You got Cleveland, Ohio versus Atlanta, Georgia. And you got to think about their ethnic backgrounds as well. Safira is Portuguese. Chaunte is of Haitian Creole and Korean descent, and this matchup is underway. Referee Andrew Cortez is going to be reffing this one tonight. Abigail Mason running a little bit late. Traffic in San Diego is crazy this time of year. Chaunte up on the top. Safira not playing around, neither is Chaunte. Nice takedown there by Mendes. And now, Chaunte Sparks Up on her feet, Safira. Look at this, reverse DDT. Nice shot there by Mendes. And oh, wait a minute, Kamagoya. And you really have to wonder on the part of the Carpe Diem Network higher-ups, you really have to wonder how smart and how wise this is, and frankly how responsible this is, with all due respect to the higher-ups on Carpe Diem. How responsible is it to let women with broken arms wrestle here? Big shoulder tackle there by Sparks. You really have to wonder. Safira, her arm was broken 2 months ago. Chaunte's was broken 3 or 4 months ago. These injuries are still relatively fresh. And look at this, Safira tugging on the hair. And part of that arm as well. These people here in San Diego are red hot. They've been waiting for Murder She Wrote, and so have I. Now Safira now losing control. Chaunte off the top with a drop kick. Sparks regained control of that camera cut right there. Safira, though, back on the offensive. You gotta believe that Safira's boyfriend, Chris Falcone, is watching somewhere. You also have to believe that Chaunte's boyfriend, Caleb Graves, is watching. You know, 2024 is expected to be a big year for the Carpe Diem Network. Tides of Chaos is supposed to be coming. Salvation Lies Within 2 is supposed to be coming. A whole lot of big events are going to be happening this year in 2024. And 2025 may be even better, and we're not even halfway through this year yet. Takedown by Sparks, and using that cast as a weapon. Remember, Chaunte Sparks suffered an injured wrist in her matchup against Ombra Kaysen back on ROVW Live Event 26. Cover here, 2-0. Chaunte suffered a sprained wrist, and that wrist injury has not let up whatsoever ever since then, but that was over a year ago. Look at this. Wait a minute. Oh! Safira severing the head there. Referee needs to get into position. 2-0. Shades of the co-president of the Bloodline Legacy Mafia, Deshaun Walton there. Safira's definitely been studying tape. A lot of students in the game, and there it is, the Blue Magic. Blue Magic by Safira Mendes. Cover. 2-0. Sparks somehow kicking out of the Blue Magic. Not too many people have done that. And a spine buster by Mendes. Safira Mendes, ladies and gentlemen, is very versatile in that ring, and I feel like her getting stabbed 5 years ago at Buckle Up. Oh, wait a minute. Snap suplex on the floor. Safira getting stabbed in the parking lot at Buckle Up 5 years ago simply motivated her to come back stronger. But not only come back stronger, but also come back with a vengeance. Chaunte getting thrown ribs first into the guardrail. Back into the ring, both women go. Look at this Russian leg sweep by the Portuguese sensation. And here we go. These people are red hot here in San Diego. The 619 is standing up. I'm sure Rey Mysterio is somewhere in the audience. And now look at this. Look at this cheap-ass tactic as Chaunte regains advantage. Trying to rip at the nose of Mendes and now banging her knee into the mat. And look at this now, Russian leg sweep. Now the rules of arm for an arm are as simple as this. The loser gets their arm broken. And oh no. Chaunte, oh for the love of God, come on now! Chaunte may have just re-broken Safira's arm again, and now she's choking her. She may have dislocated an elbow, dislocated her shoulder, and look at this. This is exactly what she did to Cliff Harrison. Yeah, Cliff Harrison, he didn't deserve to get powerbombed on the concrete floor on the last episode of She-Wolf's Underground. And now Chaunte with a key lock on the good arm. Maybe she's trying to break that one too. As I said before, Chaunte was find an undisclosed amount of money. And she made it clear rules are like bones. They're made to be broken. And speaking of broken, her face may be broken after that roundhouse kick by Safira. It's only a matter of time before one of these two wins championship gold, and I hope and pray to God that it is not Chaunte Sparks. She is an arrogant, spiteful bitch. Plain and simple. Excuse my language. Oh, big forearm shots to the face. But she really is a spiteful bitch, is Chaunte Sparks. Attacking and breaking Safira Mendes' arm, and look at this. Oh, look at this, now trying to break the left arm here. Great roll through, but Safira gets out immediately and pushes Chaunte away. Chaunte now, oh, gets taken down with a close range spear. Mendes, though, up on the top. Chaunte a little bit woozy, and she crowns her with a double axe handle. Safira Mendes is one of the most unique competitors we have in all of Carpe Diem. But Chaunte Sparks is as gritty as they come. She's got street smarts, she's got street savvy. She brings that to the wrestling ring. Safira Mendes, as we all know, was orphaned when both of her parents were tragically murdered, heinously murdered. And we all know who by, but I'm not going to say his name. Needless to say, Safira has had to live her whole life on her own. Maybe perhaps she's a lone wolf in her own right, and look at this. Bringing some martial arts background into her repertoire here. Rolling triangle choke. With an arm bar applied on the bad arm of Chaunte, but Chaunte gets out of it. Look at this, Russian leg sweep again. Back of Safira's head, bouncing off the mat like a basketball. Cortez counts one. These two women absolutely hate each other. Drop kick to the face. There was a point in time where these two women were almost like sisters. It was a point in time where these two were basically best of friends. And Chaunte's arm may be broken now. You gotta think about it like this. Blue Magic, no, what a counter! What a counter out of the Blue Magic by Chaunte. Huge lariat by Sparks. Oh, a flatliner. That was a hell of a counter there by Chaunte Sparks, who's now going up. Is she gonna go for the Blue Magic? No! Tuck if you buck! Safira tried to crawl away. Chaunte had to adjust midair. Caught her with a headbutt to the kidney. Cover! Oh, but Safira's right there. The tuck if you buck moonsault wasn't enough to put Safira Mendes away, and now Mendes getting dragged to the center. A smart move by Sparks. Again, as I said, Safira Mendes was in one of the very first She-Wolves matches in this company back on episode 2.5. On episode 2, Chaunte was in the very first She-Wolves Championship Battle Royal. Dragon Screw right there. She didn't win that night, but a few episodes later, she was granted ROV part ownership. And now Safira just doing some limb targeting here. And now Safira viciously pounding away at Chaunte Sparks' face. And Safira took initiative, and good on her for doing so. She took initiative and fired Duran Sparks, Michael Colton, and Joaquin Burgos. What a dropkick by Chaunte again. Wait a minute. Sparks, big cross body right there. Michael Colton, Joaquin Burgos, and Duran Sparks, Chaunte's younger brother, were all fired. And okay, shaking ass in San Diego, and that's what you get. Shaking ass in San Diego. This is a family show, Chaunte. You should know better than that. Mendes now grabbing Chaunte, back to that rolling triangle choke armbar. Safira showing some mixed martial arts. I believe she's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist here. Safira, though, letting go of the hold. Chaunte escaping after some punches to the face. Off the ropes goes Mendes. Oh! Chaunte taking a page out of Blake Casey's book with the overdose bomb. And big suplex right there. Yeah, Chaunte and Blake have some history, although that's no fault of either of theirs. And the tuck if you buck moonsault connects beautifully. Cover two, and Mendes gets the shoulder up. And Chaunte Sparks is not happy about it. Chaunte so damn angry she's getting in and out of the ring, unsure of what to do. Standing moonsault. Mendes moving out of the way. Chaunte perhaps wasted a little bit too much time. And a nice takedown there by Mendes. You really have to wonder, though, where the hell either of these women's heads are going to be once this is said and done. Blue magic off the top. Safira Mendes showing some true grit here. But so too is Chaunte, who kicks out of the blue magic again. I've seen people kick out of one blue magic, but never two. And now these vicious knees right to the head. Safira is definitely a scrappy competitor, that's for sure. Oh, but Chaunte is just as scrappy. These two gonna end up getting into a street fight here. Look at this. Oh, beautiful takedown there by Mendes. Sparks now powdering out. Mendes targeting her. Cortez beginning to count. Look out below, God. You know, when Chaunte Sparks first turned her back on the fans, I didn't want to believe it to be true. But as the weeks and months leading up to CC went by, it became painfully obvious the kind of woman that Chaunte was becoming. We do know for sure that her boyfriend Caleb Graves is going to be debuting sometime within the next year, and I personally cannot wait to see what Caleb Graves is capable of, because I've heard he is an absolute Adonis. Chris Falcone is supposed to be going into CNW incipients, competing for the CNW World Heavyweight Championship. So many people have blossomed on the Carpe Diem network the last few years. Safira has blossomed into something most people thought impossible. Oh my God! Big splash off the top by Safira Mendes. The Portuguese sensation is going absolutely insane. She's going ape shit with the splash, but this time she misses, hits the floor one too many times to the well, Miss Mendes. And now, oh, that'll definitely mess up the hip joints if you're not careful. Great move there by Chaunte. Can't believe I'm actually complimenting this woman, and look at this. Taunting. Of course, Chaunte will be willing to go for a count-out victory, but Safira right back up, right back in the ring, and now she's going to make Chaunte pay. Knee to the ribs. And now, Mendes, could she be looking for blue magic one more time? This is the fourth one she's gone for, perhaps. Oh, and there it is. Blue magic stunner right there by Safira Mendes on Chaunte Sparks, and it's over. The blue magic finally paying dividends. Hell of an opening matchup. Arm for an arm, ladies and gentlemen. So this means that Chaunte Sparks is to get her arm broken again by this woman right here. Hell of a moment for Safira, gaining a measure of revenge here in San Diego, California. Congratulations are in order for the ROVW part owner, Safira Mendes, the Portuguese sensation, one step closer to realizing her dream of becoming a champion. Let's take a look at how this matchup ended. Safira Mendes regained control after Chaunte Sparks hesitated, and this was the fourth and final Blue Magic Stunner that put Chaunte Sparks to rest. Safira Mendes finally gaining a measure of revenge against Chaunte Sparks, but I have a feeling that it's going to be a long, long time before things are over between these two. Chaunte down on the floor. I got to give her credit. She fought her heart out, but Safira is saying that she hasn't done. Oh boy. Oh, no, come on. Okay, I know that the stipulations call for the arm to be broken, but there's got to be some kind of limit. Oh, who the hell am I kidding? Just do it. Break her damn arm, please. Do it for San Diego, please, Safira. I'm a bit of a masochist, aren't I? Oh, for the love of God, did you hear it? Did you hear it? Safira Mendes has rebroken Chaunte Sparks' arm. And now Chaunte is going back on injury reserve. And as the fans in San Diego chant, "You sick fuck," at Safira Mendes, Safira may have a bit of a twisted mindset in situations like this, but in the end, a measure of revenge was gained. This young woman has a hell of a lot of she has a hell of a bright future ahead of her, does Safira Mendes. And the fans showing Mendes appreciation, the emotions are flowing. A violently beautiful moment. But we really do need to get some help out here for Chaunte Sparks. Congratulations are in order for Safira Mendes. I may not like Chaunte, but we may need to get her some help. Look at that. You see the arm dangling damn near. Chaunte howling in pain on the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere. Murder She Wrote rages on here in San Diego, California. The 619 is on fire, ladies and gents. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Lesaa Period, undefeated at 6-0 on the Carpe Diem Network. Undefeated. Let that marinate for a second. Let that marinate while I educate y'all on something more ancient than the so-called legends I've already surpassed. The Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous periods. You see, those periods were ruled by dinosaurs, big bad beasts who thought their reign would last forever. And look at where they are now, extinct. That brings me to the so-called pillars of the CDN She-Wolf division, the fossils that time forgot. Ombra Kaysen, Penny Shaw, Lorelei Albrecht, Olga Markowski, Esperanza Meza, Safira Mendes, Zoe De La Rosa, Yana Sharapov, Oseko, and yes, even the woman I dethroned at consequential comeuppance, Tia Schultz. Y'all had your errors. You roamed this ring like T-Rexes, Velociraptors, and Triceratops, tearing through the competition. But guess what? This ain't Jurassic Park. This ain't that old show on ABC, Dinosaurs. And this ain't the land of the lost. This ain't even the land before time with Petrie and Littlefoot in them. This is She-Wolf's Underground. This is the Lesaa Period now. And unlike y'all, my reign ain't ending in extinction. Now let's address the elephant. Or should I say, the schoolgirl in the room. Yuki Marie Connolly. She was supposed to be my opponent for Murder She Wrote. Supposed to be. But what happened? She skipped town, packed her little school bag and ran because the rigors of the CDN schedule were too much for her fragile, glass-like Cayman rider frame to handle. Let me make this clear, Yuki Marie. You should have stayed in the little girl's place. In the books with your crayons and your bedtime stories. You had no business stepping into a grown woman's world like professional wrestling. And where were your parents in all this, huh? Where, pray tell, were Oseko and Michael? How careless can they be to let their frail daughter try to compete with me? Do they not care about their child's well-being? Or were they just as delusional as you, thinking you had a chance against the most dominant champion in the game today? Little girl, you better off jumping double dutch, getting straight A's in school, and singing J-pop songs to yourself than to be in any wrestling ring, putting your life at risk. Now, Japan. I've been here before, in this very country. Osaka, Tokyo, Kyoto, Kobe. These cities molded me into the champion you see before you. I faced countless obstacles here, not just in the ring, but outside of it. You think wrestling is hard? Try dealing with racial discrimination at every corner. Try being told you'll never make it because you don't fit the mold. Try being told you'll never amount to anything just because you're the sole black girl in an environment full of the Japanese norm. But I persevered. I learned. I pushed through. I didn't run like Yuki Marie. I fought through all the obstacles and I won. I'll give credit where credit is due, though. I wouldn't be here today without the support of two people who saw my potential. My best friend, Chaunte Sparks, and of course, Kimiko Blue Sheeta. They showed me the ropes when everyone else tried to cut me off at the knees. And it's funny, ain't it? Kimiko was close to Himari Sato before Himari left Lioness Joshipro for greener pastures. Small world, huh? Maybe I should remind Himari what it looks like to survive and thrive in this business, especially considering that busted shoulder of hers now. So now here I stand, undefeated, undisputed, and unbothered. The She-Wolf's Underground World Championship is mine. I've put down every challenger in front of me, and I'll keep on doing it because there's not a woman on God's green earth who can lace up my boots. Not now, not ever. So I've got 3 questions. Who's next? Who's left? Who's got the guts, the heart, and the skill to step into the ring with me? Spoiler alert, the answer is nobody. This is the Lesaa Period now. And that's not just a name. That's not just a statement. That's not just a fact. That's not just a prediction. There's not just a spoiler. That's own. Period.
It's a good thing I installed that tracking device in her luggage. Now that way we know wherever she goes and whoever she mingles with. I tried to tell you, VP. Lashana is out for self and cannot be trusted, especially considering Chaunte as her best friend. What's our next move?
As far as Lashana and Chaunte go, we deal with them personally when the time is right. For now, you go find Markowski, because I need her focused for what comes. As far as I go, I'm going after my title I haven't gotten a rematch for in over 3 years. Lashana did, after all, say that nobody has the skill to step in the ring with her.
Clearly she hasn't seen or studied you enough to know what she's in for. And she calls herself a champion. Lashana is in for a very rude awakening.
She doesn't realize how hungry I am for another title reign. And now, because of her naivety, she's gonna get eaten alive at the garden.
Safira Mendes and Yana Sharapov. They were clearly doing some recon work, some spec ops work on Lashana Period. Don't know why the hell she decided to rename herself Period. She ain't special. But nevertheless, the She-Wolves champion herself has said, who's next, who's left, who has the guts to step in the ring with her, and it appears as if Yana wants to be that woman that does so. That's going to be a hell of a matchup once it gets made official, if it does get made official at all. But one hell of a matchup we just witnessed if you're just tuning in earlier, with the arm-for-an-arm match between Safira Mendes and Chaunte Sparks. Chaunte has been taken to a local hospital here in San Diego, and she's going to have to get some surgery done on that arm. She's going to be out of action, from what I'm being told, for at least 9 months. But up next, we have the World Empress Championship on the line, and here comes ROVW part owner, ROVW World Empress Champion, the Lady Prez herself of the Bloodline Legacy Mafia, Amanda Walton. This woman is vowing, as you can perfectly see on her chest gear right there, 12-0 is what she's striving for. She has beaten the likes of Ombra Kaysen. She has beaten Virgil Snow. She has beaten Olga Markowski, just to name a few. She's going into Salvation Lies Within 2 to face off against SVR Sugar Kayla. But the question is, will that match be for the Empress title? And more importantly, will Amanda still be undefeated when Salvation Lies Within 2 comes? Coming out here dressing up as a gladiator here in San Diego, you know this woman is ready for a fight. And back at Consequential come up and she busted Maddie over the head with a bat. I'm being told, wait a minute, I'm being told in my headset that we're actually going to find out who Amanda's opponent is right now. Take it backstage and let's find out who it is. This ought to be good.
Well now, seems like my club's Lady Prez is cruising for a bruising. Seems like Kayla kicking her ass wasn't enough. Seems like Sonia nearly killing herself wasn't enough. Seems like Olga beating her from pillar to post wasn't enough. Seems like Dominic Cato kicking her in the face and nearly breaking her orbital bone wasn't enough. So I'm here tonight to finish what they started. I respect the resume you've built for yourself so far, Mandy, and it truly is impressive. But what you have to understand is this. I've beaten your husband for championship gold before. With the greatest of ease, mind you. So just imagine what it will be like when I walk into Salvation Lies Within 2, jacked up knee and all, with 1 championship, and walk out with 2. Because I won the Uncivil Gauntlet, and I'm in the main event of Salvation Lies Within 2, so Ombra Kaysen, you better watch your damn back, sweetie, because you have a target on it. As for you, Amanda, tonight you have a target directly on your forehead. I'm the untouchable demoness for a reason, and I never got beat from my belt. But tonight, you're getting beaten for yours, you overrated Figa. Because there are no strings on me.
Well now, it appears that the founder of the Bloodline Legacy Mafia wants to test her skills against her own Lady Prez. I didn't think that Lorelei was going to be the one to challenge Amanda here tonight, but you know, stranger things do happen on the Carpe Diem Network. Here comes the uncrowned demoness, Lorelei Albrecht. This woman won the Uncivil Gauntlet back in 2022, almost 2 years ago to the day. And you really have to wonder, is she going to be able to beat Amanda here tonight for the World Empress Championship and then go into Salvation Lies Within 2 and walk out of Salvation Lies Within 2 with not just 1 championship belt, but 2. Lorelei is a very ambitious woman, but she's ambitious to a fault. You see that knee brace on the left knee. Remember, she suffered a torn meniscus while she was with child a few years ago, and that torn meniscus, torn ACL, torn MCL, torn PCL has not healed properly in Lorelei's left knee. But Lorelei is hell-bent on winning back the World Heavyweight Championship that she never lost. And I see the look in Lorelei's eyes, and frankly, I feel like the Empress World Championship is a bit more of an incentive for her than anything else. The uncrowned demoness, the German psycho, oh my god. Apparently she likes playing with fire. She better be glad she didn't get roasted like a damn smoked turkey. But nevertheless, Lorelei Albrecht. The last time she was in action was against Penny Shaw on She-Wolf's Underground 4 a couple of months back. But here we go, Amanda versus Lorelei, the first time ever, and hopefully not the last. The Empress Championship is on the line, and guess what? Abigail Mason is finally here. She finally decided to show up for work. Yeah, well, you can't blame her, though. I mean, the traffic in San Diego gets pretty crazy from time to time. Here comes Amanda Walton here. She's looking to be 12-0 here tonight at Murder, She Wrote. Amanda is very ambitious in her own right. Abigail Mason, the referee. Matter of fact, I heard Abigail is a nun outside of the professional wrestling business. You might want to call her Sister Abigail Mason. That's another story. But nevertheless, Amanda Walton, the champion, Lorelei Albrecht, the challenger, Abigail Mason, the referee, and here we go. These people here in San Diego at Pechanga Arena This is awesome indeed. Listen to these people. Intense stare down between these two women. Lorelei, former ROVW World Heavyweight Champion, never lost her title, had to give it up due to maternity reasons. And here we go. Lorelei fires the first shots. Taking Amanda down, but misses the leg drop, and Amanda targeting the knee immediately. Oh, look at this. Amanda was going for a deadlift German suplex. Lorelei countering, snapmare, went for a boot. Amanda moved out of the way. These two women are known to be very, very strong. But in the same vein, these two women are also very, very quick in the ring. Oh, and a DDT. See right there, that's the quickness. You gotta realize something here though, people. Lorelei obviously is at a disadvantage because of her injured knee. So far in the last few months, she has not let it slow her down, but you really have to wonder, will it be a detriment? Oh my God, what a choke slam by Amanda. You really have to wonder, will it be a detriment for her ahead of Salvation Lies Within 2? She's been in 2 matches in the last year as Lorelei. One against Mikasa Schultz at No Such Thing as Pre-Shows, which she won. One against Penny Shaw on She-Wolf's Underground. Episode 4, which she won. And actually, she was also in another match on an ROV Live event not too long before She-Wolf's Underground 4, and she also won that one. Matter of fact, I believe it was against either Tia or Alicia Schultz. We'll have to look back at the footage for sure. Sometimes all those Schultz girls look alike. You never really can tell who's who these days. Modified camel clutch driving the knee into the back does Amanda. Amanda is known to use that camel clutch to her advantage. But Lorelei quick with the knees. Shining Wizard, 2 and no. Speaking of injuries, we got a bit of an update on Zoe De La Rosa. Remember, about a month and a half ago at WWA Dawn of Chaos 3, Zoe De La Rosa was thrown 35 feet from a scaffolding through a searchlight by Mother May I. What the? Are you kidding me? A damn ball and elbow drop by Lorelei. Oh, what a Shining Wizard again. Cover. Mason with the count. Only gets the 2, does Lorelei Albrecht. But Zoe De La Rosa suffered a slew of injuries. Neck, knee, back. Zoe hasn't been heard from or seen since, and Lorelei laughing at Amanda now. That's the last woman you want to laugh at. Big kick to the ribs. Lorelei jumping over Amanda. Look at this handspring moonsault. Lorelei showing a bit of a gymnastics background and a nasty drop kick right to the face. And now Lorelei banging Amanda's knee into the mat. Amanda so far does not have any recorded injuries as of yet. Single leg crab. Lorelei trying to do damage to Amanda's leg now. Abigail Mason asking Amanda Walton if she wants to give up, but Amanda escapes. Lorelei has been on the Carpe Diem network since the very beginning. Amanda now going up to the top rope. Lorelei a bit out of it still. Oh! But Amanda took way too long, and a Shining Wizard. Lorelei has been on the network since the very beginning. Amanda made her debut round about the time ROVX was coming around. As far as being on screen goes, her first match, as we all know, was against the current World Heavyweight Champion, Ombra Kaysen, at the ROV Training Academy. And now Lorelei, Remember, countouts in championship matches on the Carpe Diem Network are all 20 counts, and the Cracker Jack by Amanda. Look at the strength. Big clothesline. Taking pages out of Hernandez's playbook. Hernandez from the LAX group from TNA. Oh my God. Oh Jesus. Ribs first. Goes Lorelei Albrecht right into the post. Amanda is not playing around here tonight. She has grown more intense and more vicious with her offense over the course of the last year. Remember, back at No Such Thing as Pre-Shows, she defeated Zoe De La Rosa in a match that was the second time Zoe was defeated by Amanda. Cover 2-0. Zoe De La Rosa, ladies and gentlemen, is in the hospital. She's awake and coherent, but is going through extensive physical therapy. Look at this. Amanda getting arm dragged across the ring by Lorelei. Oh, the quickness by the uncrowned demoness. And again with those vicious kicks. And what the hell is Lorelei? Oh my God, look at the strength of the German Psycho. She's got Amanda up over her head. Oh, but Amanda counters. Jackknife cover. We could have a winner here, and no. Amanda would have retained the championship right there. Lorelei with a TNA kick, soul butt right there off the counter out of the clothesline. Lorelei now with vicious strikes to the face of Amanda. Amanda thrown into the corner. And a spear in the corner, and now Amanda's hurting. Amanda may have bruised or even broken ribs after that. Lorelei, good Lord, with a knee. Lorelei Albrecht, ever since coming back from injury, or rather, ever since coming back from having her kid, her last kid that she named after her mother, she has been hell-bent on one thing and one thing alone, and that's winning back the World Heavyweight Championship. Look at that spear by Amanda. Good night. Lorelei taking a drop kick now right to the face. You won't find women's wrestling like this anywhere else, and Lorelei going for a ride. Guess you want to call that a Mandy go-round. Taking Lorelei down now. Amanda is utilizing vicious MMA-style strikes of her own. Remember, Deshaun Walton is a Taekwondo practitioner. And he's been teaching Amanda some MMA stuff as well. And oh, look at this. Look at the bravado. Bit of arrogance as well by the Empress champion. Kick out at 2 there by Lorelei. A lot of people have called into question whether or not if Amanda deserves to be Empress champion. A lot of people have called into question whether or not if she deserves championship gold at all. Oh, what a kick to the face. Because truth be told, oh, Lorelei was looking for that ball and elbow again. Gets swept up. And now look at this, Boston Crab. Boston Crab and Amanda sitting down on the back with all of her weight. Again, like I was saying earlier, Amanda's championship reign so far has been called into question because she didn't beat anybody to become Empress champion. Her husband simply gifted it to her after she beat Sonya Cato at Consequential Comeuppance. And being that Amanda is undefeated, I should say, big neck breaker by Lorelei right there. As legitimate as her record. Oh, flatliner. Oh, wait a minute. Anaconda Vice. Anaconda Vice in the center of the ring. Nowhere to go for Lorelei Albrecht. Amanda may be looking to fully legitimize her championship reign. Every person here on Carpe Diem has doubted whether or not if she deserves to be champion. She is looking to prove that by making Lorelei submit here tonight in San Diego, California. And Lorelei giving her knees to the back of the head with that knee brace, using it as a weapon, using it to her advantage. And these fans chanting, "This is awesome," and indeed this is awesome. This is women's wrestling at its finest. Lorelei, hell of a lot of strikes. Amanda, the reverse Alabama slam. Lorelei got too slap happy, and there's that camel clutch. There's that Canadian camel clutch that I was talking about earlier. This is something that Lorelei needs to watch out for. Something that anybody needs to watch out for. Lorelei's locked in tight in this clutch. Nowhere for her to go. Mason asking her if she wants to give up. Lorelei gets out, tripping Amanda up, and taking a page out of one of the greatest wrestlers ever's book with the STFU. Trying to make Amanda shut the F up here tonight. Trying to choke her out, make her submit. Amanda's got nowhere to go now. Lorelei has this submission locked in tight. The fans are rallying here. The fans in San Diego are rallying here, trying to get behind both of these women. This is an incredible matchup. Submissions galore here tonight. Amanda is trying her hardest to get out of this submission hold. Lorelei has it locked tight though. Wait a minute. Lorelei gets thrown off. Amanda went for the spear, got caught with an uppercut. Look at this. Went for the Shining Wizard and is caught in a sharpshooter. Lorelei gets caught in a sharpshooter, I should say. So much action is going on here tonight at Murder She Wrote in this matchup. My words are all over the place. Amanda has this sharpshooter locked in tight, and that takes a huge toll on Lorelei's left knee. But Lorelei somehow gets out. Wait a minute. Lorelei's got Amanda up. Psycho driver, my God! Amanda getting dropped on her head off of the psycho driver. That was actually a psycho driller there. The psycho driller, and Lorelei looking for the cover again after the kick out. And Amanda kicks out again. The psycho driller, a very rare maneuver. I've never seen Lorelei pull off that version before. Shining Wizard off the second rope. Amanda is down and out. This has to be it. Mason in position. 2 and no. How the hell did Amanda kick out? And now Lorelei getting frustrated. I can't say I blame her. Lorelei Albrecht getting increasingly frustrated. Now what the hell is she doing? She's looking for that buckshot padded room. Good night. Got caught with a modified deafening silence. Got kicked in the knee. She paid for it. Amanda remains Empress champion. What a matchup between two of Carpe Diem's absolute best. Amanda Walton and Lorelei Albrecht took everything they had from each other. They tore the house down here tonight in San Diego, and what's crazier is we still have one match left to go, and that's the ROVW World Heavyweight Championship. Amanda Walton, Lady Prez. It wasn't even about the BL Mafia here tonight. It was all about respect, and it was all about championship gold. And hopefully, Amanda has earned a measure of Lorelei's respect here tonight, and vice versa. Hell of a matchup here in San Diego, California, here at Murder She Wrote. A big kick. After Amanda kicked out, of that vicious knee. I thought she was going to go for a regular padded room, but Lorelei here went to the well one too many times in her bag of tricks, and she got kicked in that bad knee and got caught with a deafening silence down low. Abigail Mason got in position, and after that kick, that was all she wrote. What a hell of a contest. Amanda Walton not only retains her championship, proving that she deserves it, but she's also still undefeated here in the Carpe Diem Network ranks. Congratulations are in order for Amanda Walton. Lorelei taking a bit of a hit to her momentum going into Salvation Lies within 2, but she still has that World Heavyweight Championship to look forward to, and if I were Ombra, Kaysen, or whoever she's going to be facing here tonight, I would watch my back if I were them. Lorelei Albrecht taking a walk of shame, but she has nothing to be ashamed of. She put on a hell of a performance, and what the hell is this? SWU Sugar coming out of the crowd with a damn steel chair! Oh, but Amanda snatches it, and the fight is on between the Canadians. Kayla and Amanda going at it in the main event of night 1 of Salvation Lies within 2, and a nasty kick by Kayla, and another one to the back of Amanda's head. God damn it. SWU Sugar once again attacking Amanda when she least expects it. Another damn sugar twist. The sugar twist. And now what the hell is she doing? Yeah, I'm sure you're real proud of yourself, Kayla. Oh, come on. Oh, for the love of God, the sugar high. SWU Sugar making an emphatic statement. She vows to end Amanda Walton's undefeated streak here on the Carpe Diem Network. She vows to become the Empress champion. Will Amanda's streak extend to 13-0 in Madison Square Garden, or will Kayla be the one in 12-1? Don't go anywhere, folks. There's still more Murder She Wrote to go. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back here at Murder She Wrote. Kayla making her intentions clear. She's going for the gold. We will be right back.
You once knew me by a different name, but that woman, she's dead and buried, stomped out like the hopes I carried into consequential comeuppance. I was on the verge of greatness, fingertips grazing the briefcase that would have changed my entire career. But then came Dashan Walton, an opportunistic coward, stomping me into the mat and sending me out of this business with a concussion. Weeks, months. I sat at home, robbed of my chance to rise, robbed of my moment, robbed of the life-changing opportunity I fought for. And now, as I watch the main event of Salvation Lies within 2 shape up, I can't help but laugh. 2 crazy bitches, one of whom won her opportunity off of a damn fluke. The other who had to go full-blown 07 Britney just to win the World Championship. A ghetto robot who couldn't win the World Heavyweight Championship, or any championship if she tried, especially on her best day. And a godforsaken nepotism child, who if not for her off-brand Yujiro Hanma Ryan Curey-looking-ass dad, I would have won that Money in the Bank match in Fresno, and would be headlining the show of shows. And that's the best this company has to offer? That's who you chose to represent this brand? No, no, no. It should be me headlining that show, not the sideshow Carniacs or the Silver Spoon Stars. because I am the one with the drive, the talent, and the hunger to carry She-Wolf's underground and Ring of Valiance wrestling and all of the Carpe Diem network into the future. But here's the thing. I've realized there's nothing holding me back anymore. Not romance, not friends, and definitely not over the hill and past their prime family. I'm no longer shackled by irrelevant and phony-ass punk rock surnames or outdated expectations. I am my own woman, independent, unstoppable. My mission is simple. Dominate, eviscerate, annihilate, elevate, repeat, over and over and over again until there's no one left standing in my path. I don't care if you're male or female, family or foe. If you step into that ring with me, you're stepping into my world. And my world, it's chaos, it's violence, it's victory. I am D.M.I.V. And I will show this industry exactly what I'm made of. Brick by brick. I'll tear down the walls of this She-Wolf's division and rebuild it in my image. So to anyone who thinks they have what it takes to stop me, get in line. Because I'm not waiting anymore. Your salvation lies within me. But I promise you this. It won't be gentle. It won't be pretty. And it sure as hell won't be kind.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Murder She Wrote. If you're just tuning in, Safira Mendes has defeated Chaunte Sparks and broken her arm in that arm-for-an-arm match in the opening bout. And Amanda Walton was the wolf that Lorelei and Albrecht decided to send herself to. And speaking of sending folks to the wolves, we'd like to thank the Gems for the theme song of Murder She Wrote, Send Me to the Wolves. It's available on all streaming platforms everywhere. And believe me when I tell you, we still got more action to come here tonight. The main event is up next. Ombra Kaysen defends her World Heavyweight Championship against a surprise opponent that nobody knows the identity of. I've been hearing rumors all day about who she's going to defend that championship against, and Ombra so far has had quite an impressive reign. She beat Aubrey Williams and Christy Malice at consequential comeuppance at the Asylum in a second blood triple threat match where she saved her own damn job. Then she got in another triple threat with Phoebe Abramo and Mikasa Schultz on the 20th edition of Ring of Valiance Wrestling. You really have to wonder though, is Ombra Kaysen able to keep the train rolling here? San Diego is ready, and you know what? This is a bit of a home field advantage for Ombra Kaysen, considering that she's from Anaheim, not that far up the road. Bit of a homecoming, but at the same time, with Ombra's attitude shift between episode 19 of Ring of Valiance Wrestling and now, I'm not so sure that these people here tonight in San Diego are too fond of her, as we see Farah Ahmad, Himari Sato, and newcomer Lee Dai-Lin backstage. It seems like Himari and Farah are trying to give Lee some pointers as she's set to make her debut on a live event of Ring of Valiance Wrestling relatively soon later this year. 2024 is set to be one of the biggest years in Carpe Diem Network history. We still don't know whether or not if Deshaun Walton is going to shut down Ring of Valiance Wrestling or keep it going. But I can guarantee you this, he will never hear the end of it if this woman walks out of Salvation Lives Within 2, walks out of here tonight as World Heavyweight Champion. Here comes Deshaun's ex-wife, the World Heavyweight Champion, Ombra Kaysen. Formerly known as Alessia Marcano, she's gone through hell in her life, and I will give her that. But the second she shaved her head was the day that things changed for her, was the day her fate changed, I should say. She finally had enough of people judging her and decided to strong-arm her way into the main event scene. Ironically enough, though, it's with the help of the Bloodline Legacy Mafia that Kaysen is the world champion today. A lot of people backstage, myself admittedly included, feel as if she's a bit ungrateful to the fact that the Bloodline Legacy Mafia is the reason why she's the world champion, because without the Bloodline Legacy Mafia, Ombra Kaysen would have lost her damn job. Nevertheless, will the unhinged Wounded Crow, Ombra Kaysen, will she walk out of here with the world title? We're going to hear from Narcissa Marcano momentarily, her younger sister. I guess she's going to make the announcement on who Ombra is going to be facing here in San Diego for the World Heavyweight Championship. A hell of a night that we've had, and these people have not sat down yet. Pechanga Arena is on fire, but will Ombra Kaysen still be walking out of here with the world title?
Sister dear. Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt your special entrance here, but something just occurred to me. You don't have the slightest idea who your opponent is tonight. Well, I've done a lot of thinking since Consequential Comeuppance these last few months, and I gotta say, you handled yourself really well in that triple threat with Mikasa and Phoebe. But not too many people get first-time or even second-time chances at a world championship, or at the chance to be on a stage as grand as the Carpe Diem Network, especially at a spectacle as grand as Murder She Wrote. So, I spoke with the presidents, and they have agreed to re-sign a very hungry, very determined, and very ambitiously competitive she-wolves wrestler. And come to think of it, Sister dear, she's on her way to the ring right now.
Re-signed an ambitious she-wolves wrestler? What is Narcissa talking about here? The hell? What in the world? This can't be who I think it is. Ombra Kaysen looking fired up, looking ready, but this cannot be. Oh my God. Jenn Richards has re-signed with the Carpe Diem Network, representing the Bloodline Legacy Mafia, and she is looking to win championship gold here tonight. The last time Jenn Richards was seen on the Carpe Diem Network, she was fired by the president of the Bloodline Legacy Mafia, later to be revealed as Deshaun Walton, after she lost to Diabol Snow in that Universal Championship match. Hell of an explosive way to burst back onto the scene for Jenn, and she could do it with a win over Ombra Kaysen and with a championship win, but Ombra Kaysen has been around the block one too many times. Trust me when I tell you, Ombra Kaysen is no slouch. She's the toughest cookie in this network's history. Jenn Richards now, she's back in the saddle, so to speak. The World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Abigail Mason going to be refereeing this match. Ombra Kaysen, the World Heavyweight Champion, has held it since Consequential Comeuppance back in September. Or rather, back in November, excuse me. I'm getting the dates mixed up a little bit here. Needless to say, Ombra Kaysen, look at that smirk on her face. Almost as if she's got this one in the bag. Jenn has fought against men and women on the Carpe Diem Network. She beat Brandon Cuevas in a death match on her first night. What does that tell you? Challenger Richards, champion Kaysen, Referee Abigail Mason. These fans here in San Diego are ready for the main event here tonight, the main course here at SWU Murder She Wrote. This is for the Ring of Valiance Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship. If you're just tuning in, Safira Mendes beat Chaunte Sparks earlier tonight. Jenn Richards now firing off with some shots early on. Shot to the liver right there. Safira Mendes beat Chaunte Sparks in the arm-for-an-arm contest and broke Chaunte's arm in the process. Ombra looking for a super kick. Look at this. Powerbomb by Jenn. Powerbomb by Jenn. We could have a new world champion already. 2-0. Oh my God, that was close. If you're just tuning in, like I just said, Safira beat Chaunte here tonight and got the oh-so-satisfying privilege in her eyes to break Chaunte's arm again. This move, snapmare and a drop kick to the back of the head. Nice there by Jenn. And we also just saw Amanda Walton defend her Empress Championship against Lorelei Albrecht, her own founder of the Bloodline Legacy Mafia, before SVR Sugar came out and assaulted Amanda, sending a powerful message. It's been Bloodline Legacy Mafia all night long. You gotta believe, though, Hansuke Sato is somewhere watching this. A clothesline by Ombra taking down Jenn, who got a little bit too overexcited, or did she? Look at this, prawn hold with the bridge. Jenn has the cover. We could have a new champion, no. Ombra Kaysen has been in this company for almost 7 years. She teamed up with Penny Shaw at the first ever Salvation Lies Within event. We also heard from the now newly rechristened DM Ivy, formerly known as Tristan Riley, who got stomped into the mat at Consequential Comeuppance by Deshaun Walton, and she flat out said that she's coming for everybody. Doesn't matter if you're male or female, family or foe, Ivy is coming for everybody, plain and simple. Look at this, Kaysen with a flatliner into the Koji clutch. You know, I really find that hair design, that shaving design in Ombra's hair, or lack thereof, rather interesting. She's been talking all this mess the last few months about wanting to be freed from this plane of existence. Don't know what kind of suicide mission she's going on, but that heart and the flatline, it seems, that shaving design in her hair, big German suplex is a representation of her keeping on going, so to speak. And as much as I don't like Ombra Kaysen, you gotta respect the fact that she's continuing on. Jenn Richards now back on the attack here. Big knee to the side of the head. Jenn Richards has been in 4 matches here on the Carpe Diem Network. 2 she's won, 2 she has lost. This is her 5th match overall on the Carpe Diem Network. And once again, it's for a world championship, and it's in the main event. Jenn's got Ombra up here. Ombra Kaysen powerbomb into the post and the floor. You also got to believe that Himari Sato is going to be looking over her shoulder, because you heard what Lesaa Period said earlier. Still don't know why the hell she called herself that, Lesaa Period. This isn't the Lesaa Period. Thank you very much. Don't gotta make it all about you. But needless to say, she made it clear she's targeting a hell of a lot of people too. She named a who's who of people that she feels are relics, one of whom is the World Heavyweight Champion herself, Ombra Kaysen. You really have to wonder if Ombra was paying attention to that. And I'm being told right now Yes, I'm being told, as you can see it pop up on the screen right there, that Salvation lies within 2 in the opening match on the main card of Night 1. Lesaa Period will be defending her She-Wolves Championship against Yana Shelley. I guess her and Damien have rekindled their romance, so to speak, or perhaps they're still working things out. 2024 has been a very interesting year so far, as was 2023, with a kick to the head by Ombra Kaysen, flatliner onto the mat. The World Heavyweight Champion is done playing games here. The arrogance of the World Champion. I am flustered at how arrogant and how psychotic Ombra has become. Jenn gets the shoulder up. You see Ombra right there showing a lot of frustration, something she honestly has been known for over the years. I've never been Ombra's biggest fan at all. Oh wait, Jenn kicking her away. Ombra blocking the punch. Oh, what a nasty forearm. And now look at this, a knee bar right there. And Ombra is sending a message to Lorelei Albrecht. Ombra sending a message to Lorelei Albrecht. Remember, that same knee is the knee that Lorelei has injured right now. Oh, what a nasty kick. We also have to take into consideration, though, that Harper Walton is Miss Money in the Bank. Harper Walton is Miss Money in the Bank, which means she could cash in right now if she wanted to. And you also have to consider Deshaun Walton and his Sovereignty Championship, because that's also basically like an option C. Oh, and Jenn just got posted. And look at this. This sick bitch down here at the damn commentary desk. Get the hell away from me. Laughing at the misery of her opponent. This sick bitch, Ombra Kaysen, you get the hell out of here. You smell like fish. Get out of here. Kaysen now breaking the count of veteran maneuver. Yeah, she really does smell like fish. I don't care. I don't like this woman. And with good reason. She's part of the reason why I almost lost my commentary job completely. Kaysen now back into the ring. Another clothesline for Jenn Richards. And now this meticulous, methodical approach that Ombra has taken. It's very, very strategic, but it's as wise as it gets. Kaysen now trying to rip Jenn's face off with this modified camel clutch. Look at this. Ripping back on the eyes, ripping back on the nose and mouth. Abigail Mason asking Jenn Richards if she wants to give it up. Ombra Kaysen not even giving her a chance to breathe, not even giving her a chance to answer. Ombra Kaysen has been a one-woman wrecking crew. But again, like I said, Ombra Kaysen would not be World Heavyweight Champion if not for the Bloodline Legacy Mafia. But it could be because of the Bloodline Legacy Mafia that she's no longer the champion. Cover, and no. What a hell of a cover. DDT by Jenn. Jumping DDT by Jenn. Ombra knocked for a loop. Jenn Richards firing back. Oh, big clothesline. Big Brody line right there by Jenn Richards, who's firing back on all cylinders now. And now look at this. A modified Texas Cloverleaf driving the knee into the spine of Ombra Kaysen. Grapevine in the legs, twisting her up like a pretzel. Abigail Mason right there in perfect position, asking the champion if she wants to give up. She gets out of the submission hold, but that had to have taken a toll on her legs and back. You saw right there as she got out of the submission hold, Ombra Kaysen was clutching at her back. One has to wonder if Jenn's going to target that as this match goes on. And look at this, DDT out of the corner. Monkey see, monkey do, I suppose. Cover two, and no. Ombra had that anything you can do, I can do better mentality with that tornado DDT, but somehow Jenn Richards managed to kick out. Jenn now on the outside, but Ombra is right there with her. Oh, for the love of Jesus! Throat first across the guardrail. And now punching at the left knee, taking a subliminal shot at Lorelei Albrecht, saying, "This will be you," in Madison Square Garden with a flatliner from Ombra Kaysen. And now Ombra just wants to administer more punishment on young Jenn Richards. Live Event 15, Jenn made her debut in a death match against Brandon Cuevas. Ever since then, Jenn has felt herself to be in high demand. Cannonball off the top rope. Cannonball off the top rope by Ombra Kaysen, but she still couldn't get the job done. I was not expecting her to bust out a cannonball. Unbelievable maneuver, pulling out everything from her bag of tricks. Now she's got the bow and arrow submission, taking the knees to the back. Kaysen's got this locked in pretty tight. Jenn's in trouble here. Mason right there asking if she wants to give up. Jenn trying to do everything she can to get out. Cover. No. Cover right there. Jenn gets up. Big clothesline. Ombra now powdering out. Jenn Richards, what the hell is she doing? Corkscrew plancha. Jenn Richards is on fire, but she cannot waste any time. She's got to stay on Ombra. She's got to get her back in the ring, but she's going to be doing some outside field work here. Going to take the pain to Ombra as much as she physically can. And now, back in the ring they go. Now what the hell is Jenn doing? Jenn is one spunky competitor. She's got a hell of a lot of guts for taking this matchup. Flatliner off the top. Cover. 2. No. Jenn Richards pulling out all the stops as well. Enziguri, the World Heavyweight Champion, is in trouble here. She needs to get back on the offensive, otherwise we're going to have a new World Heavyweight Champion. Oh, big girl senton! And oh, look at this. Jenn now showing a little bit of arrogance towards Ombra. You know what? I'm here for that. I am. Kaysen now on her feet. A big twist of fate right there, 2, and no. Jenn cannot believe it. Ombra is down and out. I thought she had it, did Jenn, but it was not to be. Ombra now is completely out of it. Thrown into the corner there. Jenn Richards is one of those young competitors that you can't help but root for. Oh, bringing Ombra down shoulder first. Jenn Richards so far is holding her own against the champion, who springs back up to her feet. And now, oh no. You know what this means. You know what Ombra's going to be going for here. Oh, I thought she was going to go for a spear or a super kick, but a Hurricane Rana by the world champion. You don't see that often at all. Drop kick to the back, but Jenn rolls through. Eyes in the back of her head. Prawn hold again with the bridge. Perfect positioning, but Ombra kicks out at a count of 1. But that may have been as much energy as she had left, or so I thought. She moves out of the way of the elbow. Jenn moves out of the way of the super kick on the Hurricane Rana. But Ombra back up, headbutt, a big headbutt by Ombra Kaysen, and Jenn is out of it here. Big super kick, but Jenn moves out of the way again. Look at this, roll up by Jenn. Cover, new champion? No. What a main event this is at She-Wolf's Underground Murder She Wrote. I'm Ryan Stone, the host with the most, your favorite color commentator of color, no matter what anybody says. And look at this now. Jenn trying to slow down the pace, a very interesting tactic. And you know, I just thought about this. If Ombra has her legs taken out, she can't get her opponent up for that red light district brainbuster, nor can she initiate any of her ground-based maneuvers like a spear or a super kick. Kick to the knee, and a shining wizard to the back of the head. Ombra Kaysen is out. Ombra Kaysen could be done for. 2, and no. Ombra Kaysen hanging on by a thread. Somehow she kicked out of that last shot, shining wizard to the back of the head. And now Jenn looking for something different here. Jenn looking for something different here as this match rages on, but her back gave out. Oh, and a super kick right to the temple. Super kick right to the temple of Jenn Richards. But she did the wise thing, somehow found the wherewithal, knowing where she was, and rolled out of the ring. But now Ombra Kaysen is just beating the hell out of this poor girl. Trying to show this kid who's boss. Ombra Kaysen now has Jenn back on her feet. You really have to wonder if Harper is somewhere watching this. Big elbow drop to the back off the springboard. And a knee right to the head. Look at the viciousness in the attitude. And oh, no. Oh, now she's trying to rip her face open. Same thing Aubrey Williams did to her at Redemption back in 2020. That was a hell of a death match that never really got finished until 2023. Ombra Kaysen finally laid to rest the biggest demon in her dreams. Super kick to the back of the head. And now she's ready to take out the trash, is Jenn Richards. And now what the hell is she doing? Jenn off the ropes. Kaysen gets taken down with a spear to the outside. Jenn Richards taking out Ombra Kaysen with the spear right out here in front of me. Paco Eduardo and Jose down here next to me at the Spanish announce table. Jenn's got to be careful though. The last time she tried this, her back went out. Oh God! Speaking of backs going out, Ombra's may have gone out on that damn table. This is for the Ring of Valiance Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship. What the hell? Honeypot driver! Honeypot driver on the outside, dropping Ombra Kaysen on the back of her head. Jenn Richards is really a student of the game. She's been studying everybody's tapes here. Former superstar Honey C, who was here on the Carpe Diem Network before Chaunte Sparks fired her. Taking a page out of Honey's playbook. And now Jenn wisely going after the lower back of Ombra Kaysen. Look at this. DDT! Tornado DDT! That could be it. Ombra Kaysen is out. Or so I thought. What a kick out. And now Jenn starting to show some frustration. You can see it in her body language. Jenn is trying to figure out what does she have to do to put the World Heavyweight Champion away. Oh, for the love of God, look at this. Red Light District dropping Jenn on her head. And look at this. Go for the cover. You have the match won. Come on now. Taunting your opponent is not necessary. This is behavior completely unbecoming of a damn champion. And now look at this. Oh! Where have I seen that move before? First she comes out to a mashup of Ultra Numb, and now this. Guess Jenn isn't the only tape studying person in Carpe Diem Network history. Jenn has been studying the inside of Carpe Diem, but it appears Ombra Kaysen has been thinking more outside of the bubble. Look at this now, side headlock takeover by Kaysen off the Irish whip pullback. And now Kaysen going back to the bow and arrow lock here. Abigail Mason right there asking Jenn if she wants to give up. Jenn is yelling emphatically no. Again, this is for the World Heavyweight Championship cover. No. This is for the World Heavyweight Championship of Ring of Valiance Wrestling. Ombra Kaysen the champion, Jenn Richards the challenger. Jenn was re-signed to a contract. And look at this, shoving her foot in her face again. Jenn was re-signed to a contract earlier this week to Ring of Valiance Wrestling, to the Carpe Diem Network. And Ombra Kaysen is trying to make her regret re-signing. But Jenn is not the kind of woman that gives up on a goal easily. Look at this. Now Kaysen's got Jenn right where she wants her. Big forearm to the back. Again. And now where the hell is Kaysen going? Look at this. The World Heavyweight Champion is like a predator stalking her prey. Look at this cannonball! But it got caught with a power bomb. Jenn could be the champion here. What the hell happened to the lights? Somebody turn the lights back on. Jenn was about to become the World Heavyweight. What the hell? What in the world is Devin Storm doing here? Coming to his woman's aid. This is ridiculous. His woman or his associate or whatever the hell Ombra Kaysen is to him. Jenn Richards is challenging Devin Storm to come into the ring. This is stupid. And now Ombra Kaysen with the Widowmaker bomb. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely stupid. Jenn Richards had this match won, and then Devin Storm had to play with the lights. Red light district. This is BS. Come on. Kick out Jenn. God damn it. This is stupid. Jenn Richards had the match won, and she was going to become the World Heavyweight Champion in that moment off the powerbomb, and then out of the darkness came Devin Storm. And once again, with help, Ombra Kaysen wins a World Heavyweight Championship match. There's going to come a time in the future where she's going to have to start winning matches without help or without outside interference. A hell of a match, but a crappy way to end it here at Murder She Wrote. These fans here in San Diego pelting the ringside area with garbage. Ombra Kaysen still the ROVW World Heavyweight Champion. Let's take a look at how this match ended. Kaysen with a couple of stiff forearms to the lower back of Jenn Richards. And she went to the top rope to look for something. Begged Jenn to get up to her feet, went for the cannonball, got caught with a powerbomb, and watch this. Jenn was about to win the match, and then the lights go out. And guess who comes out of the goddamn darkness after the lights came back on? Take a wild goddamn guess. Devin Storm, Brandon Cuevas' best damn friend in the whole wide world, apparently it seems, comes out of the darkness to distract Jenn, coming to the aid of his associate, Ombra Kaysen. The fact that 2024 is going to continue with Ombra Kaysen as the World Heavyweight Champion of Ring of Valiance Wrestling is ridiculous. And a Widowmaker bomb right there. Ombra Kaysen, highway robbery once again to retain the ROV World Heavyweight Championship. I am absolutely appalled. And there's that damn red light district brain buster. Abigail Mason counting the 3. You see Devin on the outside cheering. The hell was Devin even doing here? This was none of his business. Look at that smug look on the face of this bitch. I'm Ryan Stone. This is stupid. This is absolutely freaking stupid. This crowd is absolutely disgusted, and so am I. To think that there was a small sliver of me here tonight that thought that Ombra was going to play fair. The World Heavyweight Championship still in the possession of the unhinged, wounded Crow. Her soul may be wounded, but her body may very well get wounded even more. There's the #1 contender, the founder of the Mafia, Lorelei Albrecht. She's got Ombra Kaysen up. Psycho Driver. Lorelei Albrecht putting the World Heavyweight Champion down, putting her on notice. Padded room. Padded room by Lorelei Albrecht, the German psycho, living up to her name. This crowd here in San Diego, California, amped for Lorelei Albrecht. She's making it clear she's walking out of Salvation Line. Oh, God. And now Devin in the ring with Lorelei. Once again coming to Ombra's aid. Devin Storm staring down Lorelei, but Lorelei doesn't look the least bit afraid. Oh, wait, what the hell? What the hell? Oh, my God! Look at the strength of Lorelei! Psycho Driver to Devin Storm! The Psycho Driver to Devin Storm by the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight title! Lorelei Albrecht just put Devin Storm in the dirt! Lorelei Albrecht sending a message. What the hell? Penny Shaw! The cybernetic hothead, Penny Shaw, looking to get a measure of revenge on Lorelei after getting misted on She Wrote Underground 4. There's the Harlem Night. The Harlem Night by Penny Shaw getting a measure of revenge on Lorelei Albrecht after getting misted in the face and kicked in the head on She Wrote Underground 4. Penny Shaw staking her claim for the World Heavyweight title as well, it seems. Oh, for the love of God! Ombra Kaysen from behind with a steel chair. Oh, no, come on. Come on, Ombra, stop it! Red light district onto the chair. This evil bitch dropping Penny on her head. The fact that we have to go through the rest of 2024 with this. What the hell? Come on! The hell did Abigail do to you? Ombra Kaysen now attacking the referee. This is a fucking ludicrous crime. This is absolutely heinous. Abigail did nothing to you. Abigail Mason did absolutely nothing to you, you heartless, soulless cunt. The fact that we have to end Murder She Wrote like this is an absolute travesty. Having Devin Storm help you is one thing, but attacking a referee is absolutely reprehensible. I'm being told she's going to be fined for that too. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Ryan Stone, the host with the most, your favorite color commentator of color. This is ridiculous. Good night from San Diego. Ombra Kaysen is a fucking wicked cunt.
I'm gonna find you.
What the fuck? You little bitches don't know when to quit, do you? Oh, I see. You little broads think you have the one up on me, don't you? Well, you know what? Come on. You girlies want to stand here acting all big and bad? Well, then get your asses in the ring. I'm so glad I'm not your mother, because I have free reign to break every single one of your neck.
You're lucky to even be a mother at all. God, I mean, despite the circumstances surrounding how that even came to be, especially from a musky mushroom goblin bitch such as yourself. I mean, let's look at this for a minute. You sneakily seduced my grandfather to even have a baby in the first place. And in doing so, you broke Papa's heart beyond repair. And as happy as he may be with Mama, his malicious vendetta against you has not wavered whatsoever.
You haven't the slightest idea of the things I went through back then. Do you even know how you got your first name? Sweetheart, you may not know this, but indirectly your parents named you after me. So whether you like it or not, a part of me is always going to be a part of you and who you are.
And whatever sick and twisted, warped mindset you have, you would desperately want that to be the case, wouldn't you? God. You have spent so many years being a part of this network, trying to find some sort of validation outside of adultery and impurity. But despite you being world heavyweight champion, you have nothing to show for it. That doesn't even come with vulgarity, debauchery, and dishonor. I mean, let's face it here. My mama helped Papa change and improve himself for the better. Well, for the last 6 years, your sole intention was to put him through absolute freaking hell. So, while you robbed Papa of having the chance to even have a dream family back when you two were together, if anything, I'm actually quite glad that things worked out the way they did because...
Unlike you, I have actually not only been a loyal and loving wife, but I gave my husband and our children the life that they wholeheartedly deserve. At least we can trust your sister Narcissa with our lives and safety more than we could ever trust your filthy derelict ass. So face it, bitch, I have beaten you twice already. 3 times if you want to count the fact that you couldn't even keep Deshaun wrapped around your finger to save your life. Which is, honestly, we could all agree that that's actually primarily due to you being open for business so often. Oh man. You know, I really feel bad for your son Solomon. Because, to be perfectly honest with you, Ombra, considering my track record against yours, I would be a better mother to him than you could even imagine being. You lost your chance at not only a good nap, but also a great life with an incredible family. Face it, all you have left now is the World Heavyweight Championship. But soon, you're gonna lose that too, along with what you have lost already.
I tried so hard for so many years to get the image of you out of my head. even in moments of bliss and happiness with the family I now have. But I haven't succeeded at that. And now that you have something that I should have gotten my rightful rematch for, I felt it personally necessary to deliver this message to you. The hourglass is near empty for you, Ombra Kaysen, and time is of the essence. I bet you're really wishing you could turn back the clock and fix the mistakes you made right now, aren't you? Well, sorry to be the bearer of bad news, Dollface, but the bloom is already off that rose. That ship has sailed, and that train left the station long ago. See, actions and sins have consequences, and Ombra, for every last sin you committed, you will atone. So listen to me and hear me carefully when I say this. You owe me. And sooner or later, when the hourglass finally empties, God will cut you down.
Tonight is your night to shine. More importantly, tonight is the night of Tenzin's debut. He is expected to make a big impact against your husband, Johnny. Now, I know you don't like having to sabotage your husband, but think of it like this. You don't have to keep living in the shadow of the bloodline legacy mafia. And while I'm on the topic of bloodlines and legacies, you do not have to keep living in the shadow of your idiot brother and his glory hog wife either.
For the first time in what seems like a long time, Mrs. Sato, I feel like I have a special purpose. All my family and this network wants me to be is this sweet little innocent cat girl, but I'm no damn feline. I'm a rabid wolf ready to bare her fangs and sink them into the jugulars of the unsuspecting. You and Mr. Sato are my saviors from the naive and idiotic lifestyle I live. After I sabotage Johnny tonight and help Tenzin win, though, what's my next move?
Well, Chaunte has already been given her marching orders, and so her collective of soldiers will follow through on their targets. As far as you go, however, I have seen this vengeful look in your eyes since consequential comeuppance went off the air. That is when this different side of you first emerged, and you have so eloquently and elusively harbored your anger and rage. So what you will do is wait until the end of the first night. That is where you will gain your vengeance, and where you will put that serpent Amanda flat on her back where she belongs. And then the Mafia falls down at the feet of the Zero Tolerance Syndicate quicker than any of London's bridges.
You sneaky little bitch. I knew I should have listened to Ava. You're gonna get what's your... What the hell? Well, it's about time you finally got here, Oleg. I've been calling your damn phone all month and you haven't answered.
Well, I'm sorry for not getting here sooner, big sister. But spy work doesn't exactly allow me to blow my cover for the sake of visiting family. You know I would have loved to come if not for the case I've been working with Detective Matthews.
Matthews? You're seriously working a joint case with Detective Rupert Matthews. The same Rupert who's doing commentary as we speak. Fucking Christ, Oleg. And what, pray tell, is this case that you two are working on together?
The case of the Zero Tolerance Syndicate and Aimee and Hansuke Sato. I couldn't help but notice you were spying on her and an associate of hers. Did you happen to discover anything worth tying to the case?
Apparently she's going out there right now to sabotage her husband's match against that Tenzan Minoru monster Hansuke's brought in. And what's more, it seems like Aimee is gonna have Madison target her brother, Damien, Yana, and even Amanda. I also heard her say that Chaunte and her other cohorts have been given their marching orders. It appears their mission to destroy the BL Mafia and rebuild Carpe Diem in their image is in full swing. I don't suppose you have any leads on who the heirloom championship thief is, do you?
One. And only one. But you're not going to like the sound of what I'm going to tell you. Let's go back to Mom and Dad's house and discuss there. I'll explain everything.
Fine. But I'm the oldest, so I'm driving.
Please, you're older than me by like 15 minutes, you old hag. Now shut up and let's go.
Don't make me kick your ass like when we were kids and make you eat clumps of dirt again.